103.5 in Abeokuta. With me, Wole Otayemi. Today is the second day in the month of February, year of our Lord 2024. And in the next 24 hours, Ogun State will clock 49 years old. 49 years after creation by the military in 1976. How has the journey been so far? What have we achieved? What are we doing currently? And where are we going in the next couple of years? Next year, Ogun State will be 50. And so, there are plans on ground to have some landmark achievements to be celebrated at the 50th anniversary of the Gateway State. But this morning, I'm joined by someone who, among others, have contributed immensely to the development of Ogun State since creation in 1976. At a point, he was a businessman, a commissioner, later became a deputy governor who was elected in 1999. And then, as we speak, he's a septuagenarian after serving in the Senate, the 7th National Assembly. Born on the 14th of May 1952 to a pious Muslim family in Ijebu, Senator Shefiu Adegbenga Kaka attended the Ijebu Muslim College in 1968 in Ijebu. He was elected deputy governor of Ogun State in 1999 and was in office till 2003 alongside Chief Olusegun Oshoba, who was the governor of the state then. He was elected as a senator of the Federal Republic on the 9th of April in 2011, representing Ogun East at the Senate, the 7th National Assembly, under the platform of the Action Congress of Nigeria. He's a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress, APC, in our dear state. Good morning to you, sir. Senator and His Excellency, I put the two together.
Good morning to everybody on OGBC and Ogun State and Nigeria as a whole.
Thank you very much for joining us on the program.
My pleasure. This happy birthday to our dear states.
Yes, happy birthday in Ogun State. The birthday proper is tomorrow, but today is the penultimate day, and we are taking a look at the journey so far since 1970. Kaka, you were already an active member of the general public in 1976. Can you please recap the creation of the state and the journey so far?
Well, the coup that brought in General Gowon, it was decided that the various regions should be carved out into 12 component parts. Hence, we had the 12-state structure until 1976, when the Muritala Muhammad Obasanjo administration decided to increase the number.
Yes.
And as a result, Ogun State was created in 1976, precisely February 3rd, 1976, as announced by General Ramat Muritala Muhammad and fully implemented by General President Olusegun Obasanjo. It was composed of the then Ijebu and Egba province. As at 1923, what we used to have was 24 provinces for Nigeria as a whole. But while the other provinces were getting their own state created, that is, upgraded from provinces to states, the Egba and Ijebu provinces were merged together into Ogun states. Happily enough, it turned out to be a blessing because we were having two blessed provinces being brought together to form the state. Hence, with the military administration started by General Seidu Balogun,
Yes.
and later other governors from Kukola, General Kukola to Brigadier Rasaki, and so on and so forth. You mentioned Akindon Day and everything. There are exchanges until in 1979. That was 3 years after the civilian administration came in under the Unity Party of Nigeria. Surprisingly, that governance under Chief Onabanjo
Yes.
was very, very focused. They have the determination to succeed, and with little or nothing in terms of resources, the administration boldly stamped our authority on. As at that time, 76 precisely, I was in my 200 level at University of Ibadan, reading agriculture. And by 1979, I was already dreaming, ready to be of service to my dear state. Happy enough, I was privileged to be of service, genuinely, starting after my youth corps with a teaching appointment at Muslim High School Shagamu, which lasted for a full calendar year. Thereafter, I got involved with the ministry, where I was appointed as agricultural officer grade 2. That was in 1979. And by 1980, Faith was very kind of me when Pfizer Incorporated International, with a livestock feed subsidiary in Lagos, decided to employ me as a technical sales representative. Coupled with my exposure as a National Youth Corps in Abakaliki, the then Anambra State, now Ebonyi State, I was posted to the present northeast zone of Borno and Gongola, Taraba, and Plateau, and so on, as a technical sales representative. Again, being trained by God without me knowing, the man posted to Sokoto, Niger didn't come. So I was transferred to Sokoto, Niger, and in addition, Kwara State was added before eventually I was brought back to Lagos, still as a sister. During that period, I capitalized on the opportunity to University of Lagos to redress the losses I've had by not going to University of Ife or University of Ibadan for my MSc program. So all this, I went in for the MBA, passed out, and continued with my job. In fact, I was given a sort of leave of absence without pay, and I was able to make the two ends meet. Ogun State was growing because after just 1 year, the administration for Onabanjo decided to expand the course for education, both at the primary and secondary school level. Before we could say Jam Province in 1976, they dropped a policy statement that no student will trek more than 5 kilometers from their respective residence to the school of choice. Hence, every community was encouraged to have an input into the building of primary school when the government announced that any community that is able to donate a block of classroom, the government will match that donation by building equivalent. And the government will take over the school by providing teachers. It was in that mood that after 1 year, I was given a letter to become vice principal. So my colleague that we reported together got their letters and they became vice principal within 1 year. See what is happening now?
Yes.
We have teachers who are on level 14, level 15, level 16, who are still teaching in the classroom because they don't have the post available for them. But be that as it may, assuming that we continue to expand the course for the secondary schools, maybe many of them will have been able to get a duty post. The primary school was developing, the secondary schools developing. Most in Ogun State, after the Olabisi Onabanjo University, that is Ogun State University, which was created by Chief Onabanjo in 1983, we had a lot of public and private university located in Ogun State. I can say without any fear that Ogun State is blessed and probably having the highest number of tertiary institutions in Nigeria.
Okay. Now let's look at one area which is very peculiar to our style and nature in this part of the world. Ogun State has vast land, fertile land, good for agriculture because they used to call us agrarian society. And remember that late Chief Obafemi Awolowo of blessed memory those days established quite a number of farm settlements to aid agricultural produce and production in our region. As an agriculturist yourself, as a farmer yourself, what can we do to expand and go beyond the dream and aspirations of those past leaders?
Well, I confirm that we are well blessed, not only with good arable lands, spanning up to 16 square kilometers in terms of land area.
Yes.
So also, we have full of water in virtually every section of our states, to the extent that even the Dew Water Works in Lagos State used to be part of Ogun State before we had a negotiation that ceded that portion back to Lagos to provide them with the needed potable water. So we are blessed, and when we look at vegetation from the Yewa axis towards the Republic of Benin, we have what we call savanna region that are very suitable for leguminous plants, that is the growth of leguminous plant and development.
Yes.
You move away from there, you get to the Egba zone. It gradually dovetails into Egba zone from savanna region into the tropical rainforest that we have around the Wole area. By the time you bit further towards Ondo and Edo, you discover that we have swampy forest. So that whichever way, the terrain is so suitable for us that we could provide the soil and ensure that appropriate crops are developed to suit the available terrain. We tried that by 1988, I was appointed Commissioner for Agriculture and Natural Resources. By 1989, under 6 months, I was able to, along with others, develop an agricultural policy for Ogun State, which took particular notice of the terrain that we have. We did not stop at that. We went ahead to develop an implementation strategy so that whatever we have, starting from the soil profiling to the various rain supply, and where it is needed, very close to the river basins, we talk about irrigation facilities. Fortunately for us, of the 12 river basin authority, Operation River Basin, Lower Operation River Basin was located at Oyo Dam. The Oyo Dam was meant to provide drinkable water, provide water for irrigation, provide water for fishing activities, and on top of it all, hydroelectric generation of electricity, so that it is capable, assuming we have completed it, it is capable of giving us not less than 9 kilometer watts of electricity. But because it was incomplete, up till today, since 1980, we are still talking of all those assets which we are being deprived of. For example, the home of Father, the provision was to supply 13,000 hectares of arable land that will ensure year in, year out cultivation. Again, facilities were provided initially, but it wasn't completed. So, skeletal job is being done, and I believe we can still go back there and ensure that adequate irrigation is provided. Also, we have growing population. If you look at our population, by the time the state was created, maybe we are just about 2.something million in population.
Yes.
But today we are about 7 million estimated population. And you look at the rate of growth and the rate of our development, you discover that we have a gap. The deficit shouldn't be of any serious concern because it will be to our own advantage. More arms in terms of labor, more brain for innovation, more energy to get things done, both in terms of agriculture and the value addition that will lead to industrialization. We have all these basic things. The crops we are talking about, apart from the arable crops, we have the coffee around Obafemi Wole there, and to some extent in the Jebu area here. Then we have oil palm plantation. The example of it was the farm settlement centers that we mentioned.
Yes.
We had it at Puti farm settlement.
Yes.
We had it at Elomiro.
Yes.
We had it at Ibiade.
Yes.
Then you move away from there, you talk of rubber at Ikene, at Ilushi. They are all cash crops. vast resources that abound, starting from Ikene through Shagamu, straight to Ewekuru.
Yes.
Ewekuru to Iburu.
Yes.
From there to Nkolo, Republic of Benin. Yes. It is a good stretch. And we have been exploiting it since 60s. And it's still functioning, supplying the much needed limestone that is responsible for over 85% of what we call cement today. So if there is any import content, it's so minimal. And there's no reason why we cannot capitalize on it and bring the price of cement down. By and large, we are well blessed. The resources are there. Even the oil and gas, we have it. Yes. In oil and gas, we have sediments of bitumen. Yes. That is good for asphalt production. That one spread from Edo State through to Ondo State and to Ogun State to end up towards the. There must be a way. The viscosity can only be expensive. Before now, we were talking of thousands and millions when we talk of our budgetary provisions. The day Chief Olusegun Oshoba, when I was deputy governor, managed to eat the first 1 billion budget for Ogun State. Hey, it was like we wanted to bring the sky down. From his house to cultural center, yes, we all sat down singing Isheya, Isheya, Omo, Isheya. The ecstasis was so high that we were happy, we danced and everything, and we started building structures, infrastructures, and moving. Thank God the governor was prudent. Will not engage in any project that of getting the money to prosecute. After done projects, he ensured that they were completed, and new one started and ensured they were finished, all within 4 years. So he was able to build on what Onabanjo had done, even with including the attempt, the pharmaceutical company and some other industries. So this was going on in Ogun State. The military from past state to Balogun General. Yes. So Rajira Sakiel, Okwala, Lawal, Admiral, who later became governor in Kwara. Yes. Then Olade Inde Joseph. Yes. Akitombe. Yes. Olofimoyi. Yes. Well, and many of them. So yeah, I can't collect everything right now. Don't worry, I will remind you all their names and. Okay, can you please go on? I will do that, sir. Sir, just wrap up. Contributed their quotas. Yes. Rajula Sakin, they contributed their own quotas to make Ogun State for what it is. Fortunately, all of them realized that Ogun State is populated by well-educated people, by men and women of integrity. So none of them came to Ogun State to create any unforeseen scandal. So up till the time we have the current democratic experiment that our government system from Chief Olusegun Oshoba, the party passed on to Governor Adegbenga. From there to Governor Amosu, and from Governor Amosu to the present government of Prince Dapo Abiodun. They've all made their contribution, and they were put on their toes with constructive criticism coming from eminent personalities. You know, Ogun State is the state of Obafemi Awolowo. Yes. He It is the state of Taishulani.
Yes.
It is the state of the ransom coaches.
Yes.
From the papa, the mama, and they were all major contributors to the development plan.
Yes.
Timothy, Pa, Otola, Timon.
Yes. Yes.
You will also not forget in a hurry, I am Abudu.
Baba Abudu, yes, Baba Abudu.
Yes. So also those the Remo carpet.
Yes.
The lace factory in Ijebuku,
yes.
in Ayekpe.
Yes.
And so on and so forth. You get to the other axis, full of industrial something. So it becomes industrial hub, and with the overflow of Lagos.
Yes.
All the border towns that close to Lagos, you see them developing as if it was mushroom that is growing. So, though it appears like, but we needed to do more by energizing that spillover.
From Lagos.
We need to do more from Ifo, local government, to Isheri, Olofin, Ojodo Abiodun. The development is going on. You come to the remaining part of Obafemi Owode, Ibafu, Mowe, up to the interchange in Shagamu.
Yes.
You see the development going on. Go to Agbara and see the wonder that God is performing in our lives. You get to Ijebu, you see a lot happening. Up to Ogiri, to Ijebu, and so on and so forth. But unfortunately, the economic downturn is not only slowing down those developments, but is making a lot of people that have been gainfully employed in innovative activities, in productive activities, now getting distributions.
Okay.
Talk of transportation.
Yes, sir.
When you talk of transportation,
yes, sir,
we cannot forget in our hurry that our roads have been given a lease of life.
Yes.
Then, apart from the roads, we have the railway.
Yes.
Moving. There's no way anything can move from the wharf to any part of this country through Ogun State. It's not posted. It's the reality.
It is reality.
And a gift from God.
Yes.
So we actually envelop Lagos State, and thus the resources coming from rail transportation is filtering into our head here. We are going to the south, the southern part of the country. You just have to pass through the Ijebu axis. So gone are the days when they thought that a railway will kill a train will kill our children. So we don't want railway. No, we want it.
We want it now.
It is essential, very, very essential.
And then we are beginning to we are seeing Agricultural Airport springing up fast.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm going.
Okay.
That when you talk of road transportation, you talk of rail transportation.
Yes.
The Agricultural Airport in Ileshan, the Peru axis, will make traveling to Lagos or Ibadan unnecessary for indigenes of Ogun State. We can just take up, step, and jump and get to the Agricultural Airport and get our transaction done. In addition to that, we have at Kajola being executed right now, and another one being proposed in the Ijebu axis. That is the dry port for relief of the Tikan Island. So we have done well to a large extent, but we still have more to do.
Okay.
Especially in the value addition to the minerals, to the agricultural products that God has endowed us with.
Okay. Senator Adegbenga. Money Live on FM, commemorating the 49th birthday of Ogun State, which we hold tomorrow, because Ogun State was created on the 3rd of February in 1976. And our guest this morning is been talking about the state creation, the journey so far, and the advantages we have, and those we have been able to tap, and those we are still working on to make our state a dear one, to make our state a viable state among communities in Nigeria. 0803-437-9453, 0815-032-0226 are the two numbers to call this morning. We'll be taking your questions in just about a minute thereabout. Call, ask your question from our guest. He will answer you. But please don't go beyond a minute. Don't go beyond a minute. Let's take the first caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for calling. Your name?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, how are you?
Happy anniversary, 39th anniversary. I want to take you on democratic experiment. You mentioned it just now. Don't think, sir, we are still experimenting democracy, or are we inside true democracy at all? Then two, sir, because I see that continue to be in experimentation, we are not yet being innovative. And then two, sir, what do you feel about a laboratory for leadership if we are still backward as a nation? Probably given opportunity now for leaders in Ogun State to think of what I'm trying to bring out now. We have been flaunting authority and power just at any body or at any will. And I've discovered that we are not ready because people are just wearing our lower down. Corruption has continued to eat into the deepest of the flesh of our lives in this country. Especially not even Ogun State alone. So I want to know, there's no more truthfulness, faithfulness, trustworthiness, integrity anymore around us. So do you think, do we not now have this leadership laboratory for leaders?
Okay. Okay, let him respond to that. You have asked your question. Laboratory for leadership needed. That's a question, Kade. Your Excellency, just hold on, sir. Just hold on, sir.
No problem.
We'll take like 3-4 003-437-9453. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you. Your name, sir, quickly.
Good morning to our Oga on top, Chief Kaka.
Good morning.
Akpagu what? Adiyan. Thanks for calling, sir. Okay. Okay.
So, the only thing I want to say is he has spoken well, but he has spoken about the positive side of Ogun State integration. But lo and behold, he has not spoken about the negative aspect. And I'm saying this because he has been fortunate to be in government. And I can applaud their government. They did a lot in Ogun West there. About Joba and himself. They gave us gold to enjoy there. And minus that, all the projects that are done were done in Ijebo, Aiba, and Tis. We've been marginalized here to the extent that people here are worried. I don't know whether you were part of the two provinces that were in Ijebo and the Eba province of Old. To tell us whether we worry, because this place has been completely marginalized. What you are talking about. And then when you are talking of infrastructure and a lot of relevant projects, that is what is a back for State. We talk about Cargo Airport. And that Cargo Airport is a complete one expand project. They come to Otayemi, but there is a gateway hotel that was bubbling about 20 years back. That is a complete waste of money. And when you are talking about things that are in high demand, Ogun West has the greatest demand for housing. You know, we went and put housing projects in a Kobakwe, but who? The workers here, in it for here, they travel to Adokuta every day, suffering, and they're renting houses. Why did that could not even build any housing estate in Ifo, local government?
Okay. Okay.
So these are the things they need to change before the state can. The population explosion is here, and we are having shortage of infrastructure, and government has not helped matter in this
Thank you so much, Balgo Adiyan from Ota. You have made your point. The guest is listening to you. He's going to respond. 0803 437 9453 0815 032 are the two numbers to call this morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
People used to wonder why I used to partake in the Okumata, not knowing that I spent most of my life at the OBC, from Federal College of Education to University and then to National University of Education. So
that's great.
They are so loving and they are so good. Now, I want to be particular about this of father rights. Anytime I was fortunate to get to State, I used to get that of father rights. And this work is so better than the right they are important to our country. Now, I want to ask why can't we make use of this, that providing an energy environment? How? Then for things recognized family, that we produce many of father rights instead of making right to the country. That's one thing. Another one is that when you reach some area, you believe that you even believe that you are in a legal state. Not mean that you are still in the state. This is good development. Now, if you look at the roads from this area, this cement area, cement factory,
The way Kuru.
it's not motorable. So I want to employ the government to do something about that. Because it's left to all of us. You don't go to the control region. And here, here, we are more or less so familiar to. Thank you, Alaji.
Thank you very much, Alaji, for your time with us this morning. 003 437 9453 0815 032 We'll take this just one more, then our guest will respond. Quickly, let's have your say very, very quickly, Mr. Tunde Alaji.
Thank you very much, Otayemi. Good morning, sir. Our senator, our former commissioner, and former deputy governor. Good morning to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Happy anniversary to all of us.
Thank you, sir. I am Mr. Otayemi Adegbenga. I am calling from Kaka here in Adegbenga.
Okay.
We are great for me to fire up this morning. So, sir, there is an issue that is calling for attention and correction to the future. And that is the issue from the existence of our faith. 49 years old now. 49 years of the existence of a neighbor man and of a west man, and he never become a brother of yeah. What is happening? Why is it so? So we are the ultimate politicians of Africa. I want to hear your opinion on this. The Rusi and the west man becoming brother in 2007. I thank you very much for this episode.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, you have the floor now. Maybe I can be reminding you of some of the questions they have asked you.
I think I picked all of them.
Okay, let's go ahead. Let's have your reaction, sir.
Well, the last and the first question, they are intertwined. The first question is about democratization,
Yes.
whether it is real or we are still experimenting. And the last question happened to be about Ogun West not being governor 49 years after. People will be wondering, how are they related? They are very, very related because when you look at the limits of democracy, then you will know that they are fully related. The democracy is supposed to be governed by the people for the people. But unfortunately, the world over, and particularly in Nigeria, leaves much to be desired. If we look at the way we practice it, we know that democratization is taking 3 steps forward and 6 steps backward. By the time our founding father were in the saddle, you find them carrying out rigorous issue-based campaign. The people are given genuine opportunity. As time progresses, the last speaker, the last questionnaire post crept in to the extent that something other than democracy appeared to be being practiced. Rigging became the order of the day. Stashing of ballot boxes, stuffing the ballot boxes, to outright writing of result of election became the order of the day. In some cases, elections are not conducted and results are declared. Whom are we to blame? It shows that there is a limit to the democracy that we are practicing. Even in the United States of America, we have not been hearing that this election is rigged against me. 4 years ago, it was, I am being rigged out. Now that it favors Mr. President, we are not hearing any issue of rigging. So it shows that we are not totally sincere and we haven't done what is expected. To link it up with the issue of Yewa and Awori, or let's say Ogun West, you will discover that since 1999, or if you like, you go back to 79, when we have UPN, NPN, Great Nigeria Party, and NPP. During that period, you discover that till that time till today, there had been no time we had election that all the zones of the states were not involved. On every election, all the zones usually present candidates. And if it is all about democracy, one man, one vote, if you allow it to take place, whatever be the outcome, we have to abide by it. And if we want to do zoning, we have to sit down and get it zoned. And then we know that there will be rotation here and there. Not just paying lip service to rotation. When it is time for election, you find every Tom, Dick, and Harry forming one political party or the other. In some cases, husband and wife, children forming a political party and saying they are contesting for governorship, whether they have what it takes or not. So when there is no unity of purposes and people competing unfavorably with one another, then the result we are having is what will be the outcome. If there are unity and there are determination, I see no reason why Ogun State and Ogun West should not have their way. Remo, with only 3 local governments, they've had a stint twice. Each 80 years government. One term of Padisi Onabanjo. And in case they've had it. If you like 2 times, if you like 3 times. So if you cumulate the first presentation for Shopper, and then which was truncated by the military, the second one, you cumulate it, you put it as 1, then you put that of Governor Amosu as 8 years, another 1, then you know that it is a matter of whatever you like, you want to call it, but it's not a population. but it's about unity of purpose, about cash and carry politics that we play. And even when the Ogun West become focused and they become united, I'm sure it will be so easy. They have currently 5 local governments. There's no reason why they cannot break the jinx. So I'm not employed to go and advocate, but that's just my honest and candid view.
Okay.
So talking of laboratory, I don't think there's need for any laboratory. The laboratory is in our brain, is in our mind. Once we decided to be transparently honest, and we are determined to be focused in discharging the needed goods for the greatest number of people, I am sure democracy will stand. But if we are dishonest and we are not doing what is expected, and we want to continue to dictate what should be for the people and not what the people want, then if you want to establish a laboratory, you are free to establish it. But I don't think there's no need for it. If you know one thing, look at Wole Soyinka. With due respect and honor, it was just barely 10 years after the creation of Ogun State, he was awarded Nobel laureates. And since that time, we have a lot of awards here and there. We have many of our children that were educated with a highly subsidized education, getting abroad and dominating the world. We have our own man from Ogun State, Ogunlesi, who is having about 3 airports in Europe to date. We have so many others who are performing wonders in the medical profession, in the engineering profession. We have those who are politically savvy and they are doing well. So, Emeka Anyaoku is there. He really represented us very in Ogun State here. Additional, Akinwumi. I don't know what laboratory we want to establish, but if we consider it to be necessary, so be it, so that we start teaching ourselves. But most importantly, beyond laboratory, is the need for us to examine the mental status of those who want to lead us. Maybe environmental hospitals will have a department for screening the would-be leader, because it is extraordinary for well-educated people and those who are well-posed coming to behave the way we are behaving under our political system.
Okay, Senator Kaka, let's look at demand that has offered a rise, that we need to do mechanized farming and then probably help the federal government by stopping the imposition of rice. That
I've told you that with the Ogun River Basin,
yes,
the purpose of having irrigation water, especially during dry season, for offered rice, that is along Mokoloki axis of Obafemi Wode local government. Beyond that one, we discovered that mechanization, we have been playing lip service to it. For example, in 1989, when the policy I made mention of was formulated, and the implementation strategy accompanied it, the minister came from Abuja and applied the fact that that was the first major attempt at formulating agricultural policy by any state. He promised he was going to adopt it for federal, which he did. And in our implementation strategy, we were expecting not than 200 tractors about 2 to 3 bulldozers, and of course, at least one Romeo plow. It was so skewed in favor of larger number of tractor, because without clearing the land, there is nobody in Ogun State who has got the money to do the clearing.
Okay. Senator Kaka, quickly, because of our time this morning, we are leaving the studio in the next few seconds. But let me quickly, as you have said, that we should remind our people, those who have governed us since 1976. So I'm going to do that immediately. General Seidu Balogun was the first person to govern Ogun State. Upon the creation of the state, he was in office between 1976 and 1978. Brigadier General Harris Ehaha took over from him 1978 to 1979, October 1st, when he handed over to Chief Chief Olabisi Onobanjo, the first elected governor of Ogun State, who was in office between 1979 and 1983. Well, the Oladipo Odia came in 84 January 84 to April 19 to August 1985. Olada Kukola, another colonel, was in office between 85 to 86. Raji Rasaki was there between 86 and 87. Admiral Mohammed Lawal from Kwara State was there between 87 and 1990. Olado Inde Joseph was there between August 1990 and 1992. Chief Olusegun Oshoba came in bravely between January 1992 and November 1993, and then Colonel Daniel Akintonde 1993 to 1990. Sam Ewang was there between 1996 and 1998. Kayode Olofimoyin was there between 1998 and 1999, and then Chief Oshoba came back as a civilian governor 1999 to 2003. Then we have Otayemi Daniel 2003 to 2011. Ibikunle Amosun, Senator of the Federal Republic from 2011 to 2019, and Prince Dapo Abiodun Suweni between 2019 and till date. So those are the governors that have ruled Ogun State since creation.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. For 2-3 sentences, your take home this morning, because we are leaving the studios now.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir.
To all of us.
Thank you, sir.
Secondly, let's give maximum support to government of.
Hello.
Affect us directly.
Okay.
So we need to be committed. Okay. We need to be focused. We need to be ready to lift Ogun State to the next level. And the next level is to go digital and move away from the analog. It is then the innovative potentials will be further strengthened.
Okay.
So, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, Senator Shefiu Adegbenga Kaka, for being our guest today on this auspicious occasion of Ogun State at 49. Incidentally, the event will be held tomorrow, but we are just having penultimate celebration here because it is the last Sunday morning live on FM that has been part of the celebration. Well, Azan Rasaki on Facebook said, thank you so much for your time with us this morning, Your Excellency. He's thanking you. He's one of those following us on our Facebook page. As usual, yes, sir, I am produced by Adegbenga Oshidele, ably assisted by Abiodun Ogodipe and John Taidi. Yemi Serikodi has been the studio manager this morning, and I have Bolaji Eze as the announcer on duty. Not forgetting Folake Shueton as the ICT person on duty with us this morning. Kudos to the editors, the technicians, and every other person that has taken part in this production. From me, I say happy birthday to Ogun State tomorrow. We shall grow to become the biggest, the most viable, and the most profitable state in Nigeria in the next couple of years. My name is Wole Otayemi. See you again in 7 days. Have a wonderful celebration.